Well, it's a new day, and although the swelling's not down, my knee certainly feels better. I'm walking better today. I really feel like I'm going to be fine. And I'm going to try to knock out the 14 miles required today to the initial carry. I'm leaving behind my palatial estate here at the Pecos A, which actually served me pretty well here for the last couple of days, and did allow me a little opportunity to convalesce. And so again, the plan is I have a hike going back up into the mountains, so it's going to involve a fair amount of climbing. Projected distance is around 14 miles, and that's the distance it takes to get to a cache of water that's left out on the trail by trail angels. And I have reports from yesterday that suggest that the cache was well stocked, and so I feel confident that I'm going to find water there when I arrive. Camp there near or at the cache that night, tomorrow night, and then probably hike the next day into a place called the Montezuma Resort, where there's a place to restock, and it's probably another 10 miles on up the road. It's beyond the 100-mile marker, and that may be a good place to go and just spend the night and grab another good night's sleep and catch a shower, which is always a luxury beyond words. And so I think that's my overarching plan for the next couple of days. Again, I feel good today. I'm in good spirits. I'm eager to get back out. I was just about bored out of my mind yesterday, and so this is a good start. So I'll record along the way, and I'm sorry for my rambling, but I'll even try to put that in check if possible, and I will check in later. Bye. Well, good evening. I just wanted to briefly report in. I'm waiting for my meal to rehydrate here. So I'm obviously inside the tent. I made it to 14 miles plus another mile to go down to the water cache. And so it was a long day, and it was hot. It was really hot. And I just, really found that the combination of the heat and the long, persistent climb into the mountains really combined to make for a very kind of tough day. So, fortunately, the knee seemed to hold me, but it still kind of looks like crap. It's still very swollen. And the knee sleeve that I got may be too tight, and I'm concerned it may be causing some constriction, and I don't want to risk getting a DVT or so, or a blood clot down in my leg because of stasis caused by too tight knee sleeve. So I'm going to have to work that out tomorrow. My plan for tomorrow is to go to Montezuma Valley Resort, which is kind of a very hiker-friendly venue where when you get to that area on the trail, you can call the guy and he will come pick you up, bring you to the place. They've got, you know, a store with fully stocked and have bunks available for rent. And I'm going to probably do that. It'll make for about a 10-mile day, which is, again, what I would prefer for right now until I'm seeing I can go further. I just, today it was, the water forced the issue. I don't think I made it real clear in explaining on the video last night that when you dry camp, that means camp away from a water source, you need 2 extra liters over and above what you would carry just to make the hike. So to go the 15 plus miles today, I drank a good 3.5 liters, and I was dry by the time I got to camp. I had my last few swallows, and I was restraining myself about 15 minutes before I came into camp. So first thing I did when I went down to that water cache is just poured a full liter down and just, you know, guzzled it and tanked up. And I'm going to probably have to go down again in the morning because I can see I'm just behind a little on my fluids, and I'm going to have to catch up by drinking more tonight and need to restock before I take off tomorrow because it's another 10-mile carry in this desert. So, you know, that's always a challenge. And I'll tell you, you know, the water is heavy to carry, and I carried, like I said, 3.5 liters today, and that makes it for a pretty hefty load. Plus, I had a full resupply on food, so I was packing pretty heavy today. And when you combine that with, I think when the Relive video comes out, you can see that it was quite a bit of climbing today out of that valley floor and up into the mountains again. But the leg held up. I would say this was my toughest day in terms of just getting through the day. It was just, it almost felt like a death march there in the last 3 or 4 miles. It was like, you know, just got to get there. You know, your feet are killing you. One of the things about walking on these trails is you're walking on the side of a mountain where there's a little incline. So it like persistently everts your ankle on your right side and just the opposite, and inverts it somewhat on the opposite side. And you walk like that for miles and miles. And honestly, it starts to take a toll on your ankle. And so I'm kind of dealing with it. I realize that, you know, my original wisdom of allowing my body a chance to adapt to these types of stresses makes a lot of sense. And, you know, jumping ahead of that probably will be my undoing if I persisted in that. So again, we'll recalibrate for a 10-mile day tomorrow, and with a nice night. This place evidently has good food. They've got beer. They've got all the essentials. So I'm looking forward to having a good night. I miss having Thomas, but he's a day ahead of me now. And so we'll probably reconnect when I get to Idlewild before we go into the San Jacinto, if we're going to do that. I just don't know. It sounds to me like the groups that have gone up there so far have experienced kind of a almost terrifying mountaineering type experience. And so I'm not really looking to do that. I'm just a hiker. So that's it. I'm going to sign off for tonight. You know me, I can ramble on forever. And besides, my food's probably rehydrated and I can go ahead and enjoy. So until tomorrow, Happy trails.